puffed as quietly as he could. And he didn't follow too closely. Suddenly, Emily turned down one of the branch lines. Thomas raced after her, but just as he got to the branch line, the signalman changed the points. Thomas had to go straight ahead. "Cinders and ashes!" cried Thomas. "How will I ever find out what the surprise is?" That evening, the engines were very excited. They were all talking about Thomas's surprise. "I can't wait," chuffed Edward. "He'll love it," puffed Percy. But then, Thomas arrived. "Shh," said James. "Don't tell Thomas," said Henry. Thomas felt more left out than ever. It wasn't fair. Everyone knew what the surprise was except Thomas. "Huh, if they won't tell me, I don't want to know," he huffed. Thomas steamed crossly away. He puffed as far as he could. At last, it was time to show Thomas the surprise. But no one knew where Thomas had gone. "Please find him, Harold," Edward puffed. "I'll do my best," said Harold, and he took to the air. Thomas was parked in a siding. He was cold and sad. Why was he the only one not to know what the surprise was? If only they would tell him. Then Thomas heard a noise. It was coming from the sky. It was Harold, the helicopter. "There you are, old chap," he called. "It's time for you to collect the children and to see the surprise." "The children?" puffed Thomas. "Yes," said Harold. "It's a special thank you for keeping the lines clear of snow." Thomas was delighted. Finally, he was going to find out what the surprise was. "So I wasn't being left out," cried Thomas. "Of course not," said Harold. "The children are waiting for you at Wellsworth Station." Thomas loved pulling carriages full of children, so he raced away. Soon he arrived at Wellsworth Station. Thomas collected the children. He puffed through the snowy countryside. The children were very excited. They all wanted to know what the surprise was. Thomas turned down the branch line. Soon they arrived at a country village. And there was Thomas's surprise. A huge Christmas tree was standing in the village square. Its lights shone and its baubles twinkled. And at the bottom of the tree were lots of presents. There was even some tinsel for Thomas. "It's the best surprise I ever had," Thomas puffed happily. Toby is waiting at the farm crossing. He notices something in the old oak tree. Can you see what it is? Caught on the branches at the top of the tree, Toby can see a balloon. A bright red balloon. Toby is surprised. When Toby trundles past a babbling brook, he is very surprised to see a frog. A beautiful green frog. Toby can hear it too. Toby cheerfully chuffs past the church. when he sees something surprising in the church tower. It's a bird's nest full of baby birds. Toby can hear them too. Toby stops at Farmer McColl's field. What has he seen? There, in the middle of the field, Toby is very surprised to see a mole sitting on a molehill. Well, puffs Toby, whatever next? Toby's day has been full of wonderful surprises. And there are always more surprises on the island of Sodor. All you have to do is look. The engines on the island of Sodor want to be responsible, reliable, and really useful. They are happiest when Sir Topham Hatt gives them important work to do. James thinks his work is very important indeed. He is proud of his shiny red paint and likes to look clean and smart. One day, Percy puffed to the washdown. "My whistle's clogged." He tried to blow hard to clean it out, but instead blew mud all over Gordon. "Silly," huffed Gordon. Percy was trying not to laugh. "Keep your dirt away from me. I'm collecting the mayor today."
"I should do that."
"Really?" chuckled James. "You'd need a washdown first."
"Pah,"
snorted Gordon. James just laughed. Soon, James had collected the mayor and puffed proudly away. "Just look at me, Gordon!"
"Show off,"
grunted Gordon. Sir Topham Hatt came to the sheds. "I need an engine to collect the Queen of Sodor." "Who's the Queen of Sodor?"
"A leaky old barge," replied Sir Topham Hatt. "She needs to go to the workshops. It's dirty work, I'm afraid."
Just then, James shunted into the sheds. This gave Gordon an idea.
"Is collecting the Queen of Sodor important work, too?"
"Very important work. Do I have a volunteer?" "Very important work," exclaimed James. "I'll do it." "Then it's settled. She's waiting at the canal." "Thank you, sir," said James. Gordon was delighted his plan was working. "I'm here to collect the Queen of Sodor," announced James. "There she is," the odd manager said. James was furious. "That slimy old tub? Gordon tricked me. He wants me to get dirty. I'll show him. A shiny engine like me never gets dirty." Soon, James set off with the Queen of Sodor. It was a long journey to the workshops. "Shiny and clean," puffed James. Then there was trouble. The tall funnel of the old barge crashed through a pipe. James was sure he'd get covered in sludge. But he didn't. "Shiny and clean," he declared again. The workmen soon cleared the mess, and then James was on his way. He arrived safe and sound, and pleased that the dirty work was done. When James returned to the sheds, he was very proud of himself.
How did you manage to stay so clean?
"I have to stay clean," boasted James, "in case there's important work to do." Just then, Percy returned from the quarry. "My whistle is clogged again. Watch out, James!" Dust went everywhere. "I did warn you." "You'll need a washdown now," teased Thomas. "Good," snorted James. "It will make me readier than ever. I'm such a splendid engine."
Ugh.
Oh. Emily, Percy, and Thomas are about to set off from Tidmouth Sheds. Each one of them is going to a surprise destination. There's the washdown, the coal hopper, and the water tower. Let's find out where they are going. Percy leaves first. He steams along his track, rounds lots of corners. It's very twisty. Where do you think it's going to take him? It looks like Percy is going to the water tower. Surprise! Well done, Percy. Who's next? Emily. Where will Emily be going? Emily twists in and out, around and about. Can you see where she's going yet? It looks like the coal hopper. Surprise! Well done, Emily. And now it's Thomas's turn. Where will he go? Thomas's track twists round to the right and round to the left. Surprise! Thomas arrives at the washdown. Everyone found their surprise destination. Well done, Thomas. Well done, Emily. And well done, Percy. It was summertime on the island of Sodor. All the engines were very busy. They carried freight and passengers up and down the lines. Sir Topham Hatt came to see Emily. "I am opening some new routes for the summer," he announced. "Emily, you will pull the flour mill special." "Thank you, sir," said Emily. She was pleased. Emily stopped to fill up with water on the way to the flour mill, but James was already there. "Sir Topham Hatt has given me the flour mill special," said Emily. "You're lucky," James huffed. "I have to do the Black Lock run." "Why don't you like going to Black Lock?" asked Emily. There are boulders all over the tracks, he moaned. They bash your buffers and scratch your paint. And there's the Black Lock Monster. What's the Black Lock Monster? Nobody knows, said James. Black figures move in the water and then they disappear. Oh. And James puffed away. Emily was pleased she didn't have to go to Blacklock. At the flour mill, the flour had been loaded onto trucks. Emily was coupled up. Then she puffed across the countryside to Knapford Station. But the troublesome trucks saw a chance for mischief. Hold back, they screeched. Emily pulled as hard as she could. But the troublesome trucks made her go very slowly. Emily was late delivering the flour. So there would be no fresh bread that day. Sir Topham Hatt was cross. This means I won't have any toast or muffins for breakfast. If you are late again, you will have to do the Black Lock run instead of James. Emily didn't want to have her buffers bashed by boulders, and she didn't want to see the Black Lock Monster. I must get the flour to the station on time, Emily puffed. The next morning, the troublesome trucks tricked her again. Off we go! Off we go! They chuckled, but they weren't coupled up properly. Mustn't be late! Mustn't be late! They giggled. So Emily puffed quickly away. But only half the troublesome trucks went with her. Emily arrived at the station.